Hello, so happy to see you for part 2 of our beautiful foliage sweater. I had left you at about, I would say, row 53 from the beginning of our work. So first we have made the beautiful border, and then we crocheted in the round for a total of 53 rounds in total. Now it is time to create our space for the arms. So we're going to no longer be crocheting in the round. We are going to create the front and then the back, leaving a space for the arms. So first we are going to be working on your back, and we are going to work on 5 leaf patterns. And that is what we're going to do. So it's going to be not longer crocheting in the round and crocheting a short row. So place your work in front of you and place 2 stitch markers and leave 5 leaves in between the 2 stitch markers. Eventually your back will look like this. All right, let me show you how to do that. Are you ready? So go back to where you had placed your first stitch marker in the stitch right after the leaf. And you're going to take your yarn and you are going to join with your yarn right where your stitch marker is. Join with your new yarn. Since our first stitch will be a back post double crochet and we want to bring the stitch to the back, I'll show you how to begin a row from the back. So you're going to take your crochet hook and pass it from the back to the front around the post, yarn over and through all the loops on your hook. And just like that, instead of bringing your stitch to the front, you're going to bring it to the back. And now you're going to make 3 chains. And those 3 chains will count as your first back post double crochet. All right, and then continue by making 2 back post double crochets, and you are going to continue in pattern for this first row of your back. So the next stitch will be a front post double crochet to close your leaf, and then you're going to make 3 back post double crochet, and you're going to continue until you reach the second stitch marker you had placed at the end of your 5th leaf. Right there. So you are going to end your first back row with 3 back post double crochet, and then you can take that second stitch marker off, and this is what you're going to do for the second row. You're going to work in between those 2 stitch markers for that short row, so in between those 5 leaves in total. You can put back your stitch marker just to know where it begins and where it ends. Chain 3, turn your work around, and of course now we have, as opposed to have the front side of our work facing us, like we did when we were crocheting in the round, now you're going to have the wrong side of your work facing you. So chain 3, as I said, turn your work around. And we're going to work opposite of what we did. We used to make 3 back post double crochet in between our leaves. And for the even number rounds, it's going to be 3 front post double crochets, followed by 1 back post double crochet, and then 3 front post double crochet, the opposite of what we were doing when we had the front of our work facing us. I hope it makes sense. Voila. Continuing the leaf, but now it's going to be back post double crochet to create the leaf. So we're going to make 4 back post double crochets, and then in the chain space we're going to make 2 double crochets, and then 4 back post double crochets again, creating the leaf, but the leaf will be on the other side of your work. And this is the right side of your work. Seamless. And you are going to continue in pattern until you reach the row where usually you begin your baby leaf. So that would be when you have 4 stitches in total on your leaf at the end of your 5th row from your back. So that is the row we are at. I am going to, you see right now we have 6 front post double crochets in our leaf pattern, right? So usually when you have 4, you begin the baby leaf, making a front post double crochet, chain, and front post double crochet. But we're not going to do that. We're going to chain 3, turn our work around, and by leaving the first leaf at the first front post as it is, we will decrease your back exactly the way we want without having to physically decrease it. The leaf pattern will do it on its own. All right, so for this round, you're doing 3 front post double crochets, and then you're doing your 1 back post double crochet. Instead of a back post double crochet, chain 1 back post double crochet, and then you're going to make 3 front post double crochet again. And now we're going to decrease our leaf, but of course we are on the wrong side of our work. We are at round 6, so we're going to decrease, making 2 back post double crochet together. Let me show you in slow motion how to do it. Yarn over, and then you're going to go around the post from the back to the front. Yarn over right back through the loop. You have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over through 2 of the loops. You have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over, go to the next stitch. Again, go around the post. Yarn over and back through the post. Yarn over through 2 loops. And yarn over through the 3 loops on your hook. And that is how you turn 2 back post double crochet into 1. And then making 2 back post double crochet regular. And then turning the 2 last stitches into 1 as well. So right now you have 4 back post double crochet for your leaf. And then you're going to make 3 front post double crochet, then creating your baby leaf by making a back post double crochet, chain 1 back post double crochet around the same post. And you're going to continue in pattern until you reach the end of your row, and I'll show you what to do then. So the way we're going to decrease is just by making the first leaf and the last leaf non-existent. We're going to just continue the whole back. Right now we're going to be working on 4 leaves, and then you will be working on 3 leaves. So 4 leaves, and then you will just, instead on the 2 leaves on the end of your work right there, you will not create a baby leaf, you will just make a front post double crochet or back post double crochet, as opposed to 5. And that is how we're going to decrease the back. So for row 7, you're going to chain 3 and turn, and then you're going to make 2 back post double crochet, then your front post double crochet, your 3 back post double crochet, then you're going to work on your baby leaf and continue in pattern until the end of row 7. And the row 7, you're going to end with a 3 back post double crochet, front post double crochet, 3 back post double crochet. And continue like that in pattern, first working on those 4 leaves, then on those 3 leaves, until you have 7 leaves from the beginning of your work, and you're going to fasten off. And for the front part of your work, you're going to repeat exactly the same thing. On the front of your work, you're going to actually skip 2 baby leaves and then put a stitch marker at the baby leaf right after the second baby leaf, and do the same thing on the other side of your work, repeating all the steps you had made for your back. So first working on those 5 leaves, and then on 4 leaves, and then on 3 leaves. Exactly the same. The front and the back are exactly the same. I will meet you once you are done with your front. And this is what your work will look like. The background is different. I was not home. And this is the opening for your sleeves. You are going to assemble the shoulders together, leaving a armhole. And we are going to be crocheting the sleeves in the rounds around this armhole. placing your work wrong side facing you, you can either sew the shoulders or slip stitch it with a crochet hook. You know me, I like to use my crochet hook as much as I can. And so I join the shoulders, stitch to stitch. And of course, with the wrong side of your work facing you, I am going to assemble 5 stitches from one side of my shoulder and then 5 stitches from the other side of the shoulder, right on top of the opening for your sleeves. I pass my crochet hook through 2 of the sides of my sweater, front and back, and I slip stitch 5 stitches, matching stitch to stitch. 5 stitches is all you need for this shoulder, since we decreased and created kind of a raglan opening for your sleeves. So once you have 5 stitches on one side, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to fasten off, and you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side of your collar, making the other side of your shoulder. Make sure to sew in all the loose tails at the back of your work. Put your sweater right side facing you again, and we are going to be working now on the sleeve. So we are going to be working in the round again. I will show you how to create those beautiful sleeves that flare at the end. The first thing you need to do is pick up 40 stitches in total around the opening of your sleeve. So you're going to randomly around but evenly pick out stitches. The way you're going to pick out your stitch though is not as random, of course, as I say it is. You're going to bring the stitch to the front as you join, as we have done before, and you're going to chain 3. It will count as your first front post double crochet. You're going to do 3 back post double crochet, and then you're going to do pick up a front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet. So we're going to create that sleeve right away in pattern because we want leaves flowing down our sleeve. All right, so 40 stitches evenly around your sleeve, keeping in pattern, and then 3 back post double crochet, etc., etc. I will meet you at the end of the round 1 from your sleeve. Your sleeves will have 5 leaves around. They will be a little smaller than the one on your body. At the end of the first round of your sleeve, you're going to end with front post double crochet, chain front post double crochet, a baby leaf, 3 back post double crochet, and slip stitch with the chain you had made at the beginning. And for the second round, it is so easy. You just follow the pattern of your leaf. So bring the chain 3 to the front, make 3 back post double crochet, and then inside the baby leaf make a front post double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, front post double crochet, etc., etc. And you're going to continue in pattern like that until the end of round 3. You will have 6 front post double crochet in total on your baby leaf. Now the leaves on our sleeves are going to be smaller than the leaves on the body of our work. So there is going to be only 8 front post double crochets at the widest part of our sleeve. So here for a round 4, when you do your leaf pattern, you're going to make 3 front post double crochet, and then in the chain 1 you're going to make your 2 double crochets, and then again 3 front post double crochet, and that will be the widest part of your leaf. And for around 5, when you reach your leaf pattern, you will do 8 front post double crochet, a front post double crochet in each and every one of the front post double crochet for your leaf. And you're going to continue in pattern like that. When you begin, your baby leaf stays the same. When you have 4 front post double crochet, that is the round you begin to create the alternate baby leaf at the middle. But I will meet you at the end of round 7, because for round 8 we are going to decrease, and in between your leaves, as opposed to have 3 back post double crochet, we want to have 2 back post double crochet in between our front post double crochets. I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy. So you are at the beginning of your round 8. You still bring your chain 3 to the front, and then make your first back post double crochet, but then you're going to turn those 2 back post double crochet into 1. Let me show you another way to turn 2 back post double crochet into 1. Super easy. Yarn over, then go around 2 of the posts with your crochet hook as opposed to 1, from back to front, yarn over and back through both of the posts, you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2 of the loops, and yarn over through 2 of the loops. And just like that, now you have 2 back post double crochets instead of 3. And you're going to repeat this all around your 8th round, keeping in pattern for the leaves, but in between decreasing. So instead of having 3 back post double crochet, you will have 2. And that will decrease your sleeve to prepare it to the increase at the end. It will show the flare much better this way. And also make the sleeve the right size, not too wide, because this is a hefty sweater. You don't want to have poofy sleeves on top of that with that. I think it would make it look a little heavy. Alright, so you continue in pattern like that until you count 6 leaves from the bottom, from the beginning of your sleeve. Here we are working on our 6th leaf. Say that 10 times very fast. Here we go. And we have 4 stitches. We have 4 front post double crochet on our big leaf, and then we have a baby leaf. So I'm going to show you how to increase now, because we want to have our 3 front back double crochet back in between our leaves to give it the flare. So you're going to begin your row by bringing your chain 3 to the front. You're going to make 1 back post double crochet, and then around the next post you're going to make 2 back post double crochet around the same post. And again, after you have made your baby leaf, you're going to make a back post double crochet, and then around the next back post double crochet, you're going to make 2 back post double crochet around that same post. And that is what you're going to do all around this round. And you're going to continue in pattern, but now with 3 back post double crochet in between your leaves. Still smaller leaves. At their widest, it is 8 front post double crochet. And I will meet you once you have almost 8 leaves. So you are almost done with your 8th leaf, and that is where I will meet you to finish your sleeve. I want to finish it really seamlessly, so I want it to look like the leaves are just the end of the sleeve. Here is your sleeve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I'm working on the last sleeve, the 8th one. So now we have our 8 front post double crochet in the middle. So it's the widest part of your leaf. And what you're going to do now is slip stitching in the first 3 back post double crochets from the previous row. Slip stitch also on top of the front post double crochet. That's the 4th slip stitch. And then 3 more, 1 on top of each of the back post double crochets. And now you're going to work in pattern again, decreasing the 2 front post double crochet, turning the 2 first front post double crochet into 1, and then making 1 and 2 front post double crochets, 3 and 4, and then decreasing the 2 last ones, turning them into 1. So continuing in pattern for the big leaf, but then in between the big leaf, again slip stitching 6 3 on top of the back post double crochet, 1 on top of the front post double crochet, and then 3 again on top of the back post double crochet. So you want really to end your sleeve but not give any length to in between your sleeve, so your sleeve look like your leaves are sticking out of it. And that is what you're going to do all around this round. I will meet you at the end of this round. When you make your slip stitches, make them quite loose, because the next few rounds are going to be slip stitches on top of slip stitches, so it's easier when you make them a little loose. So you're going to continue like that, slip stitching your way in between leaves. Each and every row will have more slip stitches in between the leaves since you're decreasing, and working on your leaf when you reach them until you totally close your leaf. So until you have 1 front post double crochet at the end closing your leaf. In between you are going to slip stitch your way to the leaf, work on the leaf, slip stitch your way to the next, and you're going to do that until you have 1 front post double crochet left in between your slip stitch. And this is what your work will look like. This is what your sleeve will look like at the end. You're going to fasten off. Now the only thing you have left to create is your collar. Super easy. Let me show you how to create that. And we are almost done, guys. So exciting. And this is the opening of your collar. We're going to create a little border that resembles the border we had done at the beginning at the bottom of your sweater. At any of the sides, just join the yarn in a stitch, making a chain 3. And what you're going to do is 3 front post double crochets and then 3 back post double crochet. So you're going to pick up 3 front post double crochet to begin with, then you're going to pick up 3 back post double crochets, and then 3 front post double crochets, and you're going to go all around your collar like that, slip stitching with the first chain 3 you had made at the beginning of picking up your stitches. I made my collar 2 rounds, and that was perfect for me, but you can make it as wide as you wish. And that is it, my friend. Just like that, you created this beautiful sweater, foliage fall sweater. I love it so much. It was amazing to create this for you. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial as much as I have enjoyed creating it for you. I am looking forward to many more. I hope you are still enjoying your crochet journey with me, and I will see you next time. In the meantime, happy crochet. Love you. Bye.